Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Hope that you're all well today and that you're safe, healthy, and happy wherever you are. Let's see what's going on for you guys. As I always say, but it seems to be an important reminder, is that these messages are general, so they will not resonate for everybody. Rescue. That is the overall energy for today for you guys. So as these messages won't resonate with everyone, just take what does, leave the rest. If nothing resonates, don't try to make it fit. That's okay. This is a general reading. And if you want a private one that dives into your specific situation, please go ahead and book online. And it's really great, as then I'm able to connect specifically with your own energy and your situation. And you can find the link to my website in the description box below. So I'm just going to get the cards out and we'll see where this is headed, where this rescue card is headed. Interesting. There seems to be a lot of, you may have a few choices that you have to make. Okay. Good, Pisces. Good. Sorry. Bless. I hope that's not coming across like as if I'm treating you like you're a pet. Like, good, Pisces, good. No. Wow, I like it. I like it. I really like it. Pisces, you're really listening to the advice that's coming out of these readings, some of you, because I'm really noticing a difference in how things are coming about. Okay, let's get into it. So there's a rescue energy here. Somebody that you're dealing with, possibly, could be in a relationship, and it could be a relationship with anybody. It could be with a romantic partner, could be with a family member, could be with a friend, any type of relationship that this may apply to. I feel like there's a great level of love, but there's a split in terms of a decision that may need to be made, or in terms of level of support. The challenge is the pressure that somebody is carrying in this connection. It could be you, it could be the person you're dealing with. But somebody may have a lot of heaviness on them. They may even be headed towards a collapse or a breakdown. The Ten of Wands is a heavy card. At least it's saying, though, that this is the end of all of this pressure. But a choice does need to be made. And I think what the rescue card is symbolizing is, are you rescuing somebody? Are you babying them? Or are they babying you? Are you not allowing them to learn to stand up for themselves? Are you allowing them to lean on you so much that you're headed towards a breakdown? And the foundation, what I like, is that you're freeing yourself from this restriction. Perhaps all of the pressures that were being put onto you made you feel really trapped. And maybe you didn't even realize what the source was. Maybe you thought you were just being helpful to somebody, but it ended up being your prison, because then the helping became expectations and dependency. So that tiredness, the ways that you were thinking, or the person you were dealing with is thinking, or are dealing with, they are now moving into freeing themselves. And it takes a transition in the mind, a change of perception. a real change in perception to free themselves from this mental blockage, or free yourself from this mental blockage. And perhaps that mental blockage is a bit of codependency. You've always thought you have to take care of everybody. You're just a caregiver. So what I see in the recent past is somebody was filled with remorse and guilt or stress, anxiety, maybe even to the point where it was weighing so heavy on them that they did end up having a breakdown. It's possible. But I see that energy clearing. And maybe you're learning to not take responsibility for others and not carry the guilt associated with it. And I say this because I don't even know if it's just one person around you, especially with all of these wands. I don't know if it's just one person that's constantly relying on you and expecting you to rescue them, or if it's a few. And the reason I say that is because you've got 3 court cards here that are coming up as we're going forward. And it just seems like you have so many people coming at you at once. And you can see that in this 7 of Wands energy. So I feel like you're really starting to block everybody coming at you. Because it's like everybody needs something. And it's causing tension and it's causing arguments. And I feel like even when you try to put your boundaries in place, people don't respect it and they still try to charge through it. Maybe they try to use psychological warfare on you and they don't respect you. And they say nasty things or they do nasty things. But I feel like you are holding firm here with that 7 of Wands, and I am proud of you. Do you see the look on this individual's face? No, I'm not taking that anymore. No, I'm not taking that anymore. And why? Because you know that the only person that you can truly rescue is yourself. You're letting go of this hero complex. You don't have to be the hero. You don't have to rush in and save everybody. And it's interesting too, because when you do that, it's funny. Have you ever heard that saying, don't bite the hand that feeds you? Or, forgive my language, but don't shit where you eat? These types of people that come to you for additional help all of the time or additional rescuing or whatever be the case, what begins to happen is psychologically, they know that they should be standing up for themselves and doing what they need to do. But they'll come to you and they'll praise you and they'll say, thank you so much for helping out, carrying me away on this boat, freeing me from all of the obstacles that I have to face. But then you know what begins to happen? Is subconsciously what they don't realize is that they get themselves into worse shape because they're starting to become dependent on other people. And then they start to actually hate you and resent you. They start to resent you for helping them to begin with, because then all of a sudden their soul, their higher power is saying, you could do this for yourself. But they don't want to hear that. And instead of getting angry and dealing with what's going on inside of them and actually finding a balance between it all, they start to turn on you. So then that's when they start to shit on you. They complain to you. But at no point did they tell you, I don't need your help anymore. So you've gotten accustomed to helping people out. And then out of nowhere, just one day, bang, they turn around and have this freak out on you. And you're like, wait, whoa. I don't understand. You said you were stressed. I've been helping you. Well, what began as love and appreciation for everything you bring to the table turned into hatred and anger at you. And it was not your fault. It had nothing to do with you. You simply showed up. Or maybe you're experiencing this. Maybe you're starting to get really resentful with somebody and you don't know why. If you are, it might be good to take a look at how much maybe you've depended on somebody. And now maybe what's happening internally, that frustration, is your higher self saying to you, you know what, it's time to stand on your own. You can do this. You don't need to continuously rely on other people, right? So either for you or the cross watcher, whoever this is. So what I see going into the future as the outcome is this standing up energy, of course, is going to really piss some people off. This Queen of Wands is going to be very hot-tempered. Whoever this is representing in your life, or it could be you. And you might get really, really, really pissed off, maybe, that somebody is starting to pull back their resources. But that's what the overall theme is here, is rescue. It's time to rescue yourself. Or cross watchers, it's time for them to rescue themselves. And Pisces is now taking on this air energy. So the Queen of Wands in reverse, this person will need to step up with this Knight of Wands energy and really start to overcome obstacles. You see those pyramids there? Overcome obstacles. And the only way that they can do that is by finding that passion, that creativity, and that enthusiasm, and that life spark within themselves, because they haven't had it. So trust me when I say that the cards are telling you, if you pull back your energy and you stand up for yourself, even though it may seem awkward or horrible in the moment, it's actually not. You are helping somebody else, and they are going to find their inner bravery, their inner courage, their strength, their perseverance, their ability to take action for themselves, on behalf of themselves. I think I can really understand this reading a lot as well, because I used to be a really bad rescuer. And just an example of how hard it is to change, I only think that I'm starting to really get it this year. And I think it took about 5 years of needing to really analyze situations as they came up and really discern, does this person really need my help? Or how can I lead them to help themselves? So Pisces or cross watchers, don't feel bad. This is part of our growth. And I'll be the first to admit it. I used to be a huge rescuer. And I still fall into the trap sometimes. But it's time to overcome that hero complex, because you get left feeling exhausted and overwhelmed. They get left resenting you because they're not learning what they're capable of. They're not seeing their true potential. Okay? That's actually a really incredible reading, to be honest. Jam-packed with some real insights. So, the near future, you've got this Queen of Wands, somebody who might be a little peeved, but in the same respect too, they're going to stand on their own 2 feet, and they're going to emerge as a knight. They're going to start taking action for themselves. What else? Yeah, and it's brand new for them. It's brand new for them, but they'll get there. This is going to teach them to explore their capabilities, what it is that they can do, right? There's heavy fire in this chart, so you could be dealing with a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Heavy fire. Some of you could be dealing with air, an air sign, Taurus, Virgo, or sorry, what's wrong with me? Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. Some of you, because yeah, there's a lot of swords here as well. This is all fire and swords, so conflict and passion. Now those two are like gasoline and wood, right? When you have conflict and you have fire, boom. The air carries the fire. So you can see where it's spreading. It's just so spreading. And now it needs to get a hold of, or someone needs to get a hold of it, because that's that last bundle of wood that's going to get burned to the ground. So yeah, what else for the future here for my Pisces and the cross watchers? Beautiful. Self-reliance. That is exactly what this reading is about. Enjoying luxuries, becoming abundant, making your own way, having amazing support, being in a place where you feel secure in your thrift consciousness, so that you're able to enjoy the luxuries that you have, but also teaches this person how to go out and get what it is that they need for their own security and abundance. Okay? Now, some of you also in the near future, you might want to do some traveling and some exploration. Maybe some of you may even want to up and move, but because you've done so incredibly well, you've got an incredible lifestyle that you have to maintain. So some of you might be feeling a little trapped, just saying, in terms of what's in the foundation here. Maybe you're wanting to travel, but you feel a little restricted, and it's because you've got all of these bills to pay, which you're doing beautifully. But maybe some of you are going to be coming into a place in your mind where you now decide, you know what, I might just sell everything off and I might live a simpler life. Decluttering. Now that's just for another small group of you. But don't let the illusion of being trapped by materialism stop you from living life. Okay? Because I feel like there's two different scenarios. It's the first one that I talked about, but now I'm also seeing another story emerge here, which is, are you having fun? Are you living life at all? Because some of you might not be doing so because you're just so reliable in getting your responsibilities taken care of. And yes, having things is wonderful, but I think Spirit is just saying, for some of you, remember to get out and have some fun, okay? And if there are toys that you have that maybe you don't need, for example, if you have a skidoo or you have a motorbike, I don't know, some things that you don't use anymore, there's nothing wrong with selling that and going on a trip, right? Look at ways that you can declutter so that you can actually begin to enjoy life again. Let's get you a guidance card. Surrender your belief in scarcity. There you go. And this, ironically, works for both scenarios that I talked about. The first person scenario, or the first issue that we discussed, is definitely someone needs to surrender their belief in the scarcity that they cannot manage on their own. Yes, they can. They can manage, and they need to stand up for themselves, or you need to stand up for yourself. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. But not only that, for the second scenario, for those of you, and it's funny that just came up, for those of you that may feel a little tied down because you are trying to keep a certain standard of living, this is what we're talking about in terms of decluttering. Maybe it's just shifting your focus on what it is that is abundance, because everything is abundance. Travel is abundance, experience is abundance, living life is abundance. So maybe you might want to balance out or do a trade-off in terms of materialism so that you can enjoy life again, because there is infinite abundance. All right? All right, Pisces, I hope that resonated for some of you, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Talk to you soon. Bye, guys.